Hi, welcome back to English 111 online. This week we're going to continue to work on Core Project 4, the argument research paper or the problem solution persuasive essay that we started working on last week. So this week, view this week's video, which you're doing now. Review the assignment sheet for Core Project 4, the persuasive problem solution research essay. Review Project 4 map and view the document How to Write a Problem Solution Persuasive Essay. Take note on the due dates for the various parts of Project 4 and then continue to research. Find at least 3 solutions that will help meet the UN global goal that you've chosen, and in your research find evidence that will support each solution as one that will work. Remember, you're trying to convince somebody or persuade somebody that this is an important problem that needs to be addressed, and your solutions are ones that will address the problem and lead to meeting the goal. And then once you find those 3 solutions, and you can have more than 3, so you can have at least 3 though, then you complete the solutions journal before midnight on Tuesday, October the 30th. Okay, so let's do some of that stuff. Let's look at the document for Essay 4. We've already done some of this. So remember that you're going to get your information from the 17 Global Goals on this website right here, Global Goals website. And I had already asked you to commit to one of those goals. And so now that you've committed to one of those goals, we're looking for, you're getting some background information. I gave you these list of questions last time to be looking at. And then we're going to now look for some solutions that will help meet that goal. All this information you can find at that website that is linked here first, the Global Goals website. All right, so then you're going to continue to research and explore and find information from other places like globalissues.org or NC Live or some of the other links that I gave you information for. Remember, as you're researching, you're supposed to keep that CRAP test sheet for each of the sources that you end up using in your report. One of the things that you need to do when you're trying to persuade or convince other people to believe that your goal is one that should be addressed, that is an important problem that the goal is addressing, and convince them that your solutions are good solutions. For those, you're going to be bringing in evidence, of course, to back up your solutions that you're suggesting. So when you bring in information into this essay to try to convince people, you want to try each kind of argument here. Persuasion. Ethos means ethical arguments that assure your readers that you and your sources are of good authority. It's like it is the right thing to do to be concerned about the global goal you've selected. And just writing it well, having good grammar, good MLA format, all of that assures people that you are a person that is to be respected, and that is also an ethical argument to do that. Pathos means empathetic or sympathetic arguments that elicit feelings of compassion for your global goal solution. Include information that stirs your readers' emotions. And it doesn't have to just be sympathetic or empathetic. It can be stirring up passion in your reader to get behind your cause. Logos means logical arguments that employ facts, statistics, authorities, other evidence that supports the importance of your global goal solutions. And you want to always include those kinds of goals. But those kinds of techniques. But in addition to that, Try to touch people's emotions and try to establish that you are a person that is trying to do the right thing, that the sources that you've used are good authorities that are trying to do the right thing also. Eventually we're going to get down to this opposition part, but for right now we're just looking for, in our research, we're just looking for solutions to the problem. Okay, so there's another document on here, writing a persuasive solution, problem solution essay, and I think this is pretty step by step what you should have already started working on and how you will continue to work on it. In a problem solution essay, you analyze a problem and you propose a method for solving it. The problem you choose to analyze should be one that offers some challenges but still possible to resolve. So for this essay, you were to choose one of the 17 United Nations global goals, and the problem is the basis for making this a goal. So in other words, if the problem is no hunger or zero hunger, then the problem is that people are hungry. Realize that the problem is the underlying reason for even establishing the goal to begin with. Problem solution essay should have these characteristics: a problem that needs to be solved, which is the basis for the global goal; a thesis statement that identifies the problem and points towards solutions; identification of several possible solutions, at least 3. That's the part we're getting information for now. Specific facts, details, and reasons showing how the solutions will help meet the goal. That is something you should be researching right now. And it should have an analytical tone, and it should be an academic tone too. So you're writing this in third person with no I or me or we or us in it, and no you in it also. So third person academic tone. Define the problem to be solved. In order to write a problem solution essay, you need to start with a clear vision of the problem itself. And once you've broken your problem down and looked at it from different angles, sit back and look at the big picture. Think about your ultimate goal in solving the problem, and the ultimate goal will be the United Nations global goal that you have chosen. So you need to be familiar with the underlying problem that this goal is set to resolve. In your research, you will use Global Goals website. There's another link to it right there, so you can go to it from this document also, to choose a global goal topic, and the problem is the basis for the global goal. So keep that in mind as you work. Zero hunger means that there is plenty of hunger in the world. In other words, gender equality is a goal to improve or eliminate gender inequality, which is the problem. It might be helpful to you to create a chart like this, and you can just draw it out on a piece of paper, or you can type it up or whatever, just so you can kind of look at it. The problem here, again, I'm using the same scenario I used up here. Gender equality, possible solutions. Fund education campaigns to curb cultural practices like female genital mutilation. And then the evaluation of that solution. Think about what are some of these education campaigns. How is their work helping to meet the goal? So that would be something to guide you in your research. Another possible solution: change harmful laws that limit the rights of women and girls and prevent them from achieving their full potential. What are some of these laws that groups are working on to change or to have passed? What progress is being made? Some places may already have some of these laws in place. What are they? How have they helped the problem? And then my third solution here was to address unconscious biases and implicit associations that form an unintended and often an invisible barrier to equal opportunity. What are some of these biases and implicit associations that I'm talking about here, and what can be done to address them? How are we going to address such things as this. For instance, using sexist language. If you hear it being used, step up and say, you know, that's very sexist. You should consider that doctors are not just men; they are women also, or something to that effect. Anyway, you're going to explain all this in your essay because you want to convince somebody that they need to do that, that they need to support these solutions. You'll write a thesis statement. When we get ready to start writing it, writing the essay, you'll definitely have your thesis statement at the end of your introductory paragraph, and I'll spend some more time talking about the details of writing the essay. Right now we're gathering information, we're researching. So you're looking for facts, details, and reasons to support your solutions to the problem. Come up with at least 3 arguments supporting your solution, or at least 3 solutions that address the problem. Try to incorporate arguments that are logos, logical, ethos, ethical, and pathos, sympathetic, or emotional. Answer the opposition. At some point we're going to try to find, and if you find it while you're researching for this, you might as well jot it down where you're taking your notes, where you're going to look for major objections to the solution. So people who say that won't work, or you can't do that. And then you're going to answer those people with why they are wrong. I've broken the project up into various dates, various parts. So if you complete the assignments as they come up, as they are due, then you won't have a problem getting it all done. We're getting enough far along into the semester now that we really can't be getting behind anymore. So I've given extensions before, and I've done some things because we've had some bad weather and some bad results of the weather, like people's losing power and things like that. But now we should be back on track. We've had lovely weather lately, and so we need to keep up with these deadlines so that we don't end up with the semester running out and not enough time to do this. Because after Project 4, we still have Project 5, which is going to be related to Project 4, but you're not going to be able to do Project 5 if you haven't done a good job with Project 4. So keep these due dates in mind. The solutions journal should be done by, well, actually October the 30th, but I think I've set it up to go one day further so that by October 31st you could have that done. The outline by November 7th, the rough draft by November 14th. Following this week is a Thanksgiving week. And so, but the final of this essay, the very final, where I give you final grade on it, is due before midnight on November the 28th. Because then after that, it's December, and we've got Project 5 to do and the final exam, and it'll go so quickly. So please don't get behind on this. Please be aware of these deadlines and meet them from here on out. Also, the map that I put together last time and told you about, this is what we've already done. Step 1, explore the 17 goals and complete that 3-2-1 global goals journal. Choose one of the global goals to research, and you did complete that topic journal that we did. And right now we're in the process of researching 5 or more good sources for this paper. They must pass the CRAP test, so you need to complete one of those CRAP worksheets for each source. Take notes, summarize information, paraphrase it. If you use direct quotations, make sure you have the wording accurate and put it in quotation marks. And on these CRAP sheets, you're also keeping up with your MLA documentation, or that you can put into your works cited page. So these CRAP sheets worksheets are going to come in very handy when we do our annotated bibliography, and also when you do your works cited page for the essay itself. Step 4, in researching, answer this question: why is this problem or issue worthy of solving? Remember, you need to persuade your readers that this is something that is important. You're going to be gathering background information for the first body paragraph that's going to deal with the background of the problem. And then step 5, research to find the possible solutions. This is where we are right now. So if you're behind on some of this stuff, you need to go back and do it. But but this is what we're doing this week. We're looking for possible solutions, and you're trying to gather your evidence that goes with proving that these are worthy solutions for this to establish this goal and worthy solutions to get the goal met. And complete the solutions journal for this week. I went ahead and put what we will be doing next, which will be looking for the opposition, and then this is what you need to be doing for your conclusion paragraph. But right now, make sure you have everything that we need to have up to this point. All of these documents are listed here on the page, so you can go back and look at these, pull them up yourself and look at them. There are the due dates for Project 4 again listed there. And there's a reminder of the rational appeal, emotional appeal, and ethical appeal of those different kinds of arguments that you want to bring into your paper. And then finally, here is the graded assignment for this week. Be sure you do your solutions journal. What the solutions journal is asking us to do when it opens up here is to give at least 3 solutions that will help meet the UN global goal that you have chosen. You don't have to put all the details in there of the evidence to back up that these are good solutions, but you need to be getting that. All you need to do for the journal is list what the solutions are. But as far as your research goes, you need to be taking notes and having sources that back up why these are such good solutions. Remember, you're going to end up with 5 sources overall, and maybe a couple of more will be okay. But this is a 5+ page assignment. Okay, so that's what we're doing this week. Be sure to keep up with where you are, meet those goals, those deadlines as we go along, and be able to go back to this. You can look at this project map to kind of keep up with where we are. Here we are right now in the pink right here, looking for solutions to the problem. But make sure you also have all this done that came before this step. Some of the things that we're going to have to do in the future are another couple of journals. We're going to have to do an outline, and I'll add those things as they're due right now. But right now, make sure you get your journal done before midnight on next Tuesday night, which will be October the 30th. So I'll see you next time, and contact me if you have any questions or need any extra guidance or anything. I'll be glad to help you. See you next time. Bye.